Alrighty then. Good morning. Oh no. There it is. I hit the button. I forgot my hat. It's over there. Yeah.
He's invulnerable.
He's invulnerable. He's vulnerable, you mean, I think, Neil.
Yeah. Now he's invulnerable.
Yes. As opposed to out or vulnerable. G'day guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Deadliest Gamer. Welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, our adventure featuring these wonderful and amazing Patreons who support the channel, keep the lights on, and allow me to do all these cool, crazy, wonderful, and amazing things. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello, folks at home.
Now we are a little bit behind, so I'm going to speed through our intro today. First of all, we have we're going to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors. We have Hero Forge for the wonderful art you can see on screen here, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice that connects all of my players, and Sirenscape for the amazing sound effects that happen throughout the course of the game. We then have our lovely patrons, as I mentioned before. All of these guys support the channel and bring a wide variety of very awesome characters to my table, because every epic game is only as good as the characters that occupy it. We have Schoolie, our lovely friend in the top left-hand corner there, who plays the role of Cinderial, a woman who lost their family to the Great Fire of Sandpoint and has since dedicated their lives to helping grow and build their community. Despite having fire be the source of their trauma, they turned it into the source of their strength by worshipping Sarenrae, the goddess of the sun, fire, healing, and second chances. Using this as a chance to find herself renewed and reborn, she has worked with our group tirelessly in order to complete their quest, which I will talk about in a moment. Then, of course, we have joining our group, which I don't know why you are so tiny. Hey, tiny.
I was actually gonna, play with the camera to zoom it even further. So.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Just fuck around with my production. That's awesome.
Chaos Carbon, you called me one.
I did. We have, of course, the wonderful and amazing John, who is playing the role of Artemis. Artemis is a human who hails from the Feywild of the First World. We haven't learned much about them, other than they seem to have knowledge about the events that are going on, past and present, even. There is maybe some thoughts as to where he is acquiring said knowledge. He also has an elderly form of the cockroach conscience that Westonson had, which leads to believe that there may possibly be some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey nonsense going on as well. But this very interesting character is played by our friend John, a.k.a. Avarian C.A. Next up, in the middle of the group here, we have the rogue priest of Pharasma, Maro, played by the wonderful OG Lava Kitten. This character is a worshipper of the goddess of death, fate, and midwifery. They have been they came to town in order to investigate the claims of necromancy that were performed by Father Xantus, the town's local priest, and has since been swept up in the adventure along with her teammates. Then we have local town person. What's a good way to describe him? He's kind of like an all-about town, like an everyman who's kind of done a bunch of different stuff for a bunch of different people. Some people like him, some people hate him. We have Peyton, what are you? Are you a fighter?
Nope, I'm a rogue.
You're a rogue. Okay,
I'm a rogue with the racket. What kind of racket was it again? Ruffian racket.
That's right, you're a ruffian.
So basically a fighter, but
yeah, you're a ruffian rogue. So Peyton is a ruffian who, like with Cinderial, grew up in the town during a very, very tense period of time, these bunch of calamities and stuff like that. Has, kind of got a crush on his childhood friend who he, in a bid to save her life, ended up bonding their souls together. So any pain that she feels or he feels, they share with one another. This was in order to save their life with the aid of the enigmatic figure known as the Undertaker. Unsure of what that means and how that's going. Meisha's not doing overly great with it, but they're working stuff out. Then, of course, we have Navander, the town's ranger, a half-elf ranger, of course, as everyone knows.
Yes, it continues.
No, he's a human. Who, let's see, how do we go about this? So, first of all, the husband to a notable NPC from Sandpoint, known as Shalelu, who was lobotomized by the return of her enemy, a bugbear named Bruthasmus. She has gone to Hook Mountain in order to meet up with her father and the Black Arrows in order to get some treatment, leaving Navander in charge of looking after the town, the livestock, and all the other stuff in their farm. Navander has since managed somehow or another to ingratiate himself by force with the goblin community that is slowly arising in Sandpoint, and has managed to establish a embassy of goblins in the insane asylum. Admittedly, not by choice, but just to get them out of his house, which they were using as the original embassy.
And also, they're all in one place, so they're so much easier to find and bomb.
That's also true. In addition, Navander was also a former Sable Company Marine who has since learned that the Marine Company is back in active duty, and Navander's been dealing with that as well. So, there you go. And that is played by our dear friend Matt from All Things Fantasy. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
All right. So, with that being said, we have, of course, a number of ways you can interact with the game while we play. First of all, just by watching, you earn channel points. Channel points can be used inspiration, insight bonuses, wandering bosses, divine intervention, divine healing. So many cool things. Go check them out. They're amazing. Also, hi, everyone who's in chat. I haven't had time. I'm just straightforward. Here we go. But I can see you, and also, Sai, I hope you are lurking well, my dear friend. Yes. What else? Monetary donations. There we go. Boom. Why? Because Dag needs solid food. Okay, for $5 you can give a red mark to a player or a purple mark to me. These are hero points and jinx points. Hero points can be used by players to stave off a killing blow, roll with advantage, or ask the DM for something that isn't in the rules. The jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things. $10, I will draw from a deck of plot twists, which will give me a story-based plot twist that I will then throw into the mix of the game, keeping my improv skills sharp and making sure the game is unique. Then we have our D20, Natural 20, which of course is a $20 donation that'll give a hero or even your game master a critical hit that can be used at any point in time to just make shit work. For $50, we have two potential rewards. We have, of course, the boss buff, which we increase the difficulty of a fight that is happening. This could be adding more to the encounter. This could be making the encounter stronger. This could be changing the terrain, changing the parameters of victory, adding extra little complicated bits and pieces. A whole bunch of cool stuff there if you feel like the fight is not tough enough for my players. The other reward is a $50 Harrow reading, which is where I will draw a card from the deck of Harrows, and from there the entity within will bless our heroes for 3 sessions. For 3 sessions, our heroes will receive a boost to a statistic based on the card. This is Snakebite, which is an intelligence-based card, so our heroes will receive a 1d4 boost to all intelligence-based rolls and checks for 3 games. Then they will also be read a prophecy associated with that card, and if in those 3 games they can accomplish the prophecy or fulfill the prophecy or even reject the prophecy if they so choose, they will gain a boon, a magic item, or a secret fighting art from the entity inside that that card. So yeah, there you go. That is the thing. That is the stuff. Malakara coming in with a $10 donation. I presume that is our a plot twist. Also, yes, please have a speedy recovery, Votaria. We miss you. We hope that you are staying well on the path to recovery. You lovely person, you. Okay, a plot twist. So Malakara, here we go. Shuffledy, 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 as we always do. And let's go for... Oh, no, we lost someone. We lost School.
Oh,
That's
School,
okay.
no.
That's okay. We will go from here. Okay, here we go.
I will join temporarily.
Hiya! No, that's not the card. This is the card. Envy. I looked at it upside down.
What was the other card?
The other card was Regret. But that was the bottom of the deck, because when I split it in half, I was... Yeah.
Got
So,
it.
yeah, that was the actual card. I mean, or I could flip this one. What's this one? Ah, this one's best day ever. I'll tell you what, Malakara,
in Sandpoint.
So Malakara, you can decide. What would you like? Would you like Envy, or would you like best day ever? Which would you prefer? Let me know. There we go. We'll put that up there until Schooly Eye returns.
Yep, and I'll leave when he does.
No, just stay there.
Okay.
I'm joking. Just
No, I mean,
it's fine. Okay. Best day ever. Okay, done. Best day ever is what Malakara has decided. Okay, cool. Lastly, we have our secret menu item. What is our secret menu item today? Good question. Our heroes are currently on a number of different quests. Stop a serial killing ghost. Find out who poisoned the town. There is the other dooms that are hiding within the pit. There is the new elected mayor who is currently running for office. There is also the rumors of Father Xantus being a necromancer. There is also Karn Scarnetti and his whole family who are trying to out you out of town. And there is the Goblin Embassy who is slowly establishing themselves. And there is the group of heroes who have gone into the pit while you guys are out here, who are also doing stuff down there, which you are not quite sure of what they're doing. But they also work for the Scarnettis, so that can only be good things. So our secret menu item for today is going to be something nice. Let's go with...
Nice. Here?
Yeah. Okay, I got
I know we all are like trauma like right now. Like, are you sure? Is it a trick?
No,
Yes.
I got this. I got this.
Iris
So
is just excited.
Okay, so in the town, the group has a vigilante. There's a vigilante who goes after womanizers named Shroud. I will see to this secret menu item as a bid for Shroud to help out a lot more directly with what the PCs are doing. That is to say, Shroud will go from being just this NPC who is in town, who is doing their own thing, to someone who is helping them both with their vigilante identity, but also their regular everyday identity. The group will have a benefactor, as it were. So yeah. Shroud backs the team, I think, is our secret menu item for today. This also does include combat as well, so if the group wishes to call upon them to help out, I'll say that if you go deep into the pit, she won't be able to help, but if you are in Sandpoint and stuff like that, or even being attacked by the chopper or whatever, she will come and assist you as a fully fledged member of the group to help out. Sound good?
Want me to signal her with a flashlight?
Yeah, a little
style.
flashlight. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Into the sky.
Cool. All right, we have our stuff. I guess that then brings us to today's session. So, without any further ado, a cold rain begins to fall down on Sandpoint. Storm clouds hanging low over the coastal town, as our heroes find themselves in the graveyard. There, lying in the dirt, slowly soaking by the rain, is the body of a rat folk. This is Reagan, the priest of Abdar, who had come to town in order to investigate the necromancy claims, just like Maro had. He was trying his best to prove that Father Xantus, the town's local priest, had lost the favor and faith of his community, that he had no longer been guiding them spiritually, and that it was time for a new person to take over. This unfortunate incident was predicted by our group's newest member, a man by the name of Artemis, who has shown up pretty much out of the blue and out of nowhere, and claimed that at that very day, that very moment, the group was to find someone whom Father Xantus would be accused of having murdered. And just like predicted, you have found one. All right. The scene is yours.
Just turn to Artemis. You predicted that?
Well, you see, certain I'm familiar with certain ideas and thoughts occasionally show up. Information from other sources come across my yes.
Evander takes a packet of cigarettes, takes one out, lights it. Yeah, it's just an oracle. There are like heaps of them around.
Oh, true, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, we should go
Mara
check
would
on
like to examine the body to see what she can learn from that. I think I have.
Okay, so as Navander and Peyton sort of take a moment to sort of address Artemis and obviously the vision, Mara, you step forward, and as you do so, right now Reagan is laying on his stomach. You could see that there is a pool of blood gathered beneath him, which is now mixing with the mud, turning it into a deep red. Without touching it, you won't be able to examine it too well. And again, we don't have FBI forensic level stuff. So as you turn the body to its side, you notice that there is a large stab wound in the stomach, which appears to bear a very triangular incision. So blades normally have like a very thin entrance with a curve maybe or serration or something based on whatever the blade edge is. This appears to almost be a perfect triangle, having sliced into their basically where their liver and stuff is. Looking down at the mud, you can see that he crawled a short distance before collapsing here.
Can I follow the trail backwards?
Sure.
Kind of like...
Sure. Make a survival check as you begin to track the crawling marks. You see it leads behind the church.
Okay. I would like to follow the tracks around the church.
All right. Without addressing any of the others, you begin to make your way behind the church. I need a perception check from Artemis, Peyton, and Navander.
All right.
I'm brain farting for a second.
Yeah,
There it is.
No worries. Yep.
I mean, it does make sense. He's talking to himself. He's it's just an oracle.
Okay.
I'm currently staring up at the buttresses.
All right. Cool. With those roles in particular, you were all engrossed in the conversation with Artemis, which we will come to in a moment. Maro, you find that the path leads you.
Really? Oh, nothing.
Leads you around this way. Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. But meanwhile, the conversation with Artemis. Navander has posed that Artemis might be an oracle. Oracles being those who are granted the gifts of sight by divine powers and divine entities that have blessed them. Now, divining oracles are not all that common. But, if oracles are. Because remember, oracles in our world, as we understand them, isn't exactly what our oracles are in Pathfinder's world. Oracles in Pathfinder's world are people who are dedicated to a mystery that is bestowed upon them by righteous choice. So think of them more like the favored chosen of a god or a deity more than somebody who has divining powers. But that being said, there are those who have divining powers, and maybe this guy is one of them. Absolutely. All right. So the scene is yours. Continue your conversation, or have your conversation.
Oracle could be an interesting term used for it, but I wouldn't consider myself. Yes and no. The firm maybe. Yes. Yeah.
Definitely an answer an oracle would give. Anyway.
Guys, where'd tomorrow go?
No, it's probably
No, Peyton. Have your
I rolled a
conversation.
27.
You fucking failed because your two friends crit fumbled.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fucking this
Oh,
guy.
it's probably not important. She probably just went to grab something to drink. So you can tell the future almost.
Certain pieces of information I am aware of, yes. Generally as a whole, I would know sort of more of where things are going. Specific events are
Right.
questionable.
Keep going.
How far into the future can you see? Or how far do your powers of perception go?
It's kind of an indiscriminate. Some information is let's say centuries. Other information is
Centuries?
5 minutes or so.
So what am I going to have for dinner tonight?
One of your chickens is
Sorry,
dead, so
that scared the shit out
you're
of
gonna
me.
have coq au vin.
What happened? I'm so curious.
Oh, I have a little electric box on the wall that they checked for. It's I don't know what it is technically. I think they use it for the pool or something, I don't know. But it just went off, and now there's a light on it, so I might have to have them see what's going on. So I might have to leave for a bit.
No, it's okay. If you need to take care of stuff, take care of stuff. Is it an
Yeah.
alarm or is it just a red light?
No, it's a white light. It just says, I think it might be I don't know what it is actually, the box, but it just says Northern Cesspool on it, like serviced by. So I think it's just like the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
I definitely
I'm gonna
take
get
some-
going.
Yeah. I definitely
Yeah.
take some time to go look into that. You don't want your cesspool doing anything
Yeah.
it shouldn't be, for sure.
Yeah. So I've never heard that, and it scared the shit out of me since it was literally right there. I did not know it made that sound
There
since
you
I
go.
got
Yeah.
moved in. So
All the
I will
random
be
tech
back.
issues today.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
right.
Neil and myself.
so I'll be back.
Yeah. Cool. Nope. Take your time.
All right.
So, I'm 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Schoolyard, can you join in?
To be fair, last time he had something with the circuit board, he had to actually isolate his power, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
he
No.
left the
Which
call.
is fine. Which is fine. All right. To fill Schoolyard in on what's happening, Maro has discovered a trail and has followed it. The others are doing their best to kind of just try and figure out how Artemis knew this guy was going to die. I think we've glossed over very heavily the fact that Artemis might actually be a suspect in this murder. But hey,
Circling around back to it and just determining abilities first.
I mean, if this guy was a murderer, I mean, he could be just giving you a whole load of horseshit, but
To be fair, considering Cinderella's mental state, she's probably shell-shocked because obviously that's a priest of the temple that obviously she was getting to know reasonably well.
killed on holy ground.
That didn't even agree. Sometimes didn't agree with because obviously he was against Father Xantus, but
It was, yeah.
was still a member of the clergy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
she's probably just not too focused. She's probably with Mara looking, trying to.
No, Mara's not there.
Oh, Mara's not there.
No.
Okay.
So
So
so you knew exactly that this person specifically would die today.
yes,
Okay. If you can tell that, then you could probably tell me who killed him.
from what I've been informed of, and from what I can discover, Father Santos.
No. 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 Maybe.
Well, he'll be.
He's
I
under
should.
a lot of
I should
pressure,
correct my statement there, because accuracy is the importance of any investigation. He will be accused.
He is under a lot.
Actually, fun fact: he was found guilty. Was what was said last
Sorry.
week.
Yes. He'll be accused, and at the trial, found guilty.
Now, at this point, can I do a perception check to determine if this person is lying?
No.
All right, that's fine.
Mostly because one, you don't have enough information to go on,
Yeah.
and this is not how Oracle stuff works.
Yeah.
And you have no history, understanding, or background that would give you that information. You know what I mean? As far as if this guy is lying to you, this guy looks really jittery. So you've seen people who lie and are just bad at lying get this jittery. You've also seen people who have misinformation also be this jittery. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, perception checks are not going to give you the truth on that, but it will tell you one thing. He is not with any skill or deliberation giving you lies. You know what I mean? Like, he's not manipulating. You can tell he's not manipulating you. All right. Meanwhile, Mara, at the back of the church, now this area behind the graveyard leads towards the various places where the clergy would sleep and stuff like that. Cinderial's living quarters, or this is kind of like behind where they stay and stuff. And you've also got a room here as well. You follow the drag marks to a particular point where you can see there is a very new, and I mean like new in the sense of like within the last couple of years compared to the actual rest of this wall, a new bit of the wall that has been reconstructed. Almost as if once upon a time there was like this hole or this break or something that was repaired. Against this wall, you can see what looks to be a large pool of blood and a bloody rat hand shaped handprint pressed up against the wall.
Okay. She'll pause and remember, like, oh, I'm working in a group now. She's used to working on her own, so she'll call out for the others.
No, finish your investigation.
I mean, she would rather.
Lock in.
Yes,
coward.
Let's investigate.
There you go.
No, I'm not a coward.
No, you're not.
All right. Yeah. No, I mean, she'd think about it and then be like, well, let me see what I can find, and I'll call them if I can't find
Exactly.
anything.
If you find nothing, why bring the whole group here to look at nothing?
Yeah. You want to hide the evidence? You want to hide the evidence?
Exactly.
Hey.
It's that whole situation of watching in the shower again. You know, you're showering a full adult. We don't need to hold your hand.
All right. What you got? So, as I've said, I've described the scene as is. What do you want to look at?
Okay, we got the handprint, we got the blood.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if there's any other tracks that are not Reagan's.
Brilliant. Make a perception check. The rain that is currently falling down over which, by the way, let me add some rain effects just so that we can remember that it is raining. Let's see, rain. There we go. Let's add.
Ooh, can we have the map shared so we can see the rain direct?
Sure.
That would be fun.
Give me a moment.
All right. While you're doing that, let me grab perception. Ooh.
All right, there you go.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I really like the rain effect.
Yeah, these are really nice little things. So, because of the rain, it is obviously getting a little bit hard to recognize tracks and the like. With a 35, however, you do notice another set of footprints. A human adult definitely stood here. Somebody who wasn't wearing they were wearing kind of formal shoes, not really kind of work boots or anything like that. And they seem to come from the church itself. There's a back door here which leads towards the small kitchenette that is the communal sort of cooking and eating space. They seem to come out here. And if you, because you've actually got a critical success on this, you actually see that these footsteps followed Reagan out. In addition, you actually notice something shining in the mud nearby the wound, kind of concealed and obscured by the bushes and trees, kind of nearby. But yeah, it's definitely catching your eye.
Okay. Well, we don't have forensics, so I don't really have to worry about fingerprints. So just
It's
go
true.
see what's there, go investigate and see if I can pluck that out.
Heading over to the bush, you see a holy symbol to Abdar, stained in blood, as well as a star knife that is also stained in blood.
And does it look like it would match the wounds that I saw in Reagan?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
This, by the way, is a star knife.
Huh. I am guessing that's not a common weapon.
It is not. It is actually the chosen holy weapon of Desna.
Oh.
All right.
I was feeling very grim.
All right. Thunder peals overhead as Navander, Artemis, Cindariel, and Peyton, at this point, sort of realizing that Maro's sort of not there at present, a cursory call out to Maro reunites our group. And Maro, you can choose what to share and what not to share.
She is going to look at Cindariel and say, I'm sorry, and kind of show the star knife. I found what appears to be the murder weapon, and it seems the person who was with Reagan over there came out of the church.
Okay, before I respond, Dag,
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask an interesting question. Since Cinderella obviously lives here,
Yep.
how many of the apprentice clergy and all that are actually specifically under Desna?
There is one under Desna. One of the apprentices under Desna. His name is Connor. He is he's quite young. He's like in his early 20s. He's been with Father Xantus. Well, he's been learning from Father Xantus for the last couple of years. But he's been a local for his whole life.
Okay. The key thing is Father Xantus isn't the only one.
No. He's definitely not the only one.
Yeah.
Connor does live in the town, though. He doesn't live in the church.
No, but he might have just been there for lessons.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Could have been there for lessons and stuff like that, for sure.
Where are you trying to apply more? I think
I'm just sorry because it is implying that someone associated with the clergy here, perhaps Desna, might have been involved or is trying to frame someone of Desna. Doesn't look good for Father Xantus, whether we believe he would be capable of this or not.
well, he's not capable. He's protected us for so long. He would never do
Daryl.
anything like this.
So Daryl, sorry to say, but how would Father Xantus want to protect the town? How does he protect the town?
Well, from my point of view, he's always tried to heal it.
He also
As far as Sandero's aware, he's never actually done violence, and I would imagine.
he does what
Not entirely true. He is very.
not entirely true.
He used to be an adventurer before he became
Okay.
a priest, and then he became the benefactor of the original heroes of Sandpoint. He fought against the goblins when they first attacked. He fought against the giants. He fought against the dragon.
Okay.
It's been many years since he's really stood up and,
Yeah.
taken.
So that's me as a player not knowing that.
Yeah, which is
Right.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But as long as you've known him, Father Xantus has always fought for the good of the town.
Yeah. I mean, if this was 50 years ago, yeah, but I mean, do you really think someone in his age would be able to do something like this?
I don't know.
I'm
Is it?
not worried
too
about
old?
his.
Am I too old to be flying around on hippogriffs and going down into a pit?
I'm sure that's just because you always want to be young at heart for the Shillelagh.
If
It's more of, do you think he would find Reagan to be a threat to the town?
he might, I wouldn't put it past him to remove any threat that would threaten the town.
But that would imply that Reagan was a threat. I mean, other than Reagan coming in here to help with the temple, I mean, the only one that Reagan's been threatening is effectively Santos' place here.
At this point in time, you hear a procession beginning to head in your direction. A large procession, mind you, like a parade almost. There are some banging pots and pans, the sounds of like sobbing mourners, the blowing of various instruments and trumpets and the like. A massive group is heading your way.
Quickly, duck out of the way.
Will you leave the corpse there? You just duck.
While this is happening, I'm going to go over to the corpse and actually use Arcane Sense and cast a 3rd level detect magic to look around the corpse.
There is no magic around the corpse.
Okay.
Navander's
All
ducking.
right, well,
Navander's ducked out of sight.
Was the body found?
yeah, I think
do I
the
remember
body.
that much?
No.
Somebody found the body. I
Uh,
thought.
no, you were told by Artemis. I think the gravedigger might have been.
We heard a scream and came to find this, so I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
sure who that person was.
Oh yeah, there was no. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, there was no. You did not. You heard the scream, but you have not seen who saw what happened.
Ah, okay.
For all we know,
Or
it
at
could be
least who
Reagan's
found the
scream.
body first.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
all we know, it could be Reagan actually screamed himself.
Could have been.
Do I remember if the procession found the body?
You have no idea.
Fair enough.
Well, they must be aware of it. They're mourning, so
Okay. Well,
That'd be a quick
Maro's
turnaround.
not going to run and hide.
a
She's gonna
a
be
few.
there with Cinderial.
All right, Cinderial, what are you going to do?
Yeah, she's gonna follow the lead of Cinderial, I think, on this one.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like Sindera would actually try to protect the body to make sure it doesn't get defiled by everyone coming in to trample.
Okay, generally speaking, when people go to a graveyard, they don't see a dead body and then just start walking on it. You know, just it's not a stampede. You know, just
Yeah, but to make sure, obviously, sorry, wait for it. To make sure it doesn't become, or try to convince eventually if these people come, that this isn't something just to gawk at,
very well.
if you see what I mean.
I get what you're saying. You're trying to respect the sanctity of the body while it's where it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Artemis, what about you?
Fascinated by all of this, I'm going to stand over where Navander is hiding, but not hide with Navander, and just kind of watch the scene.
Okay, I'm gonna say that for the sake of not just like ruining his hiding spot.
Yeah, I'm not that close.
Yeah,
I'm just.
I know.
I'm-
Yeah, you're off to the side as an onlooker as opposed to
Yeah.
standing up and confronting the oncoming people. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So, as the procession gets forward, you notice it is a procession of goblins that appear. Again, this is why they're so loud. They're banging pots and things like that, as they seem to be carrying a tiny coffin that contains the body of Stu, the goblin. Who has been, brutally killed and stuff from before. There's Sorrow. You know, they called him like the first leader of the goblin. Peace accords and stuff. You know, like there's lots of tears and things. As they come around the corner, they spot Cinderial and Maro and Artemis as well, but they don't. You know, like I said, off to the side. Cinderial. You are in front of a funeral procession.
Sorry, just look at that space.
You should probably try to direct them around.
By the way, this was the fucking worst freaking plot twist. Best day. I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. I haven't figured it out.
Someone in Sandpoint's getting the best day.
Well, it all depends on who was in Stu's well, right?
The red robed man. He's slowly eroding up.
Stu left Navander's house to another goblin.
Oh, no.
Okay. So to make sure this procession doesn't go over and impede our area, in as much reverence as Sindero can do, because imagine she sees the little coffin coming along.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen that, not expected.
Mm-hmm.
She's got no idea about the actual goblin religion itself, because why would she?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's play with this a bit. Let's see how much I can mess this up. In the most priestessly demeanor. Welcome, mourners. Unfortunately, I see it's not something that's pleasant that's brought you here today. I can escort you to a suitable plot that your friend may rest in. And if you wish, I can help preserve and record any last memories you wish to share as you lay your friend to a final rest.
Not bad. Make a religion check. Let's see if your pomp and ceremony falls upon these mourners and in a way that they're going to appreciate and embrace. Beautiful, love it, Sindariel. You have had this routine almost built into you like clockwork. The person who steps forward, of course, is none other than Wolfleck, who I'm sure you guys recall. He says, "Yes, thank you for your kind hospitality. We encountered a few different people with differing opinions on what we should do with the body of our dear friend Stu. Stu wanted to be a part of this town, and we wanted to make sure that he was laid to rest with the townsfolk he was trying so hard to become a part of."
And one of the townsfolk he will become, even if he himself does not live to witness it himself.
He kind of nods. You can kind of tell that he's trying to keep it all together and stuff for the sake of the others, but you can tell he's pretty caught up about it. You then watch as he casts his gaze downwards towards the dead body. He takes a moment and he looks and sort of measures the reactions from you all.
As you can see, it's a very sad day.
He whistles to the other goblins, and the goblins very quickly step forward. He says something in Goblin to them, if any of you speak it. He gives them some instructions, and they run off. A few moments later, they return, and they begin to gather around Reagan with what looks to be a coffin built the same size as a goblin, which is the same size as a ratfolk. They quickly lay some flowers and some mud in it to create like this makeshift bed, and then just sort of pick up the corpse and just sort of plop it in before like sort of hoisting it up as well.
Thank you.
Now, I might have missed this because obviously, when you checked the body, Morrow, did you make sure Reagan still had his holy symbol? To make sure he gets interred with it?
Ah, yes, and she'll place it.
Yeah, there's an opportunity for you to check, I think, is the thing. So as you guys get taken to a blank plot, there are a couple of open graves and stuff like that. Before they're lowered in, they're kind of put off to the side for the eulogies and the like. And during that period of time, Mara, you kind of inspect his body, and no, he does not have his holy symbol on him. However, do make a perception check.
Come on, there we go.
You notice a scrap of paper in his top right pocket. It is a symbol of a death head moth. Sorry, not a death head moth. A death head fly. It is very. You know exactly what this is.
I do recognize it. Okay.
You do straight away. Anyone who knows religion knows exactly what this is. This is a symbol of Urgathoa, goddess of undeath, gluttony, and rot and disease.
That's horrible.
It is also the patron god of necromancers.
Just show Sindariel, just wordlessly hand it like, this is not good. And his holy symbol wasn't where the star knife was. right in that area?
It was in the same area, as if someone had taken it and discarded it.
Oh, okay. Then I would get that so that because Cinderella was looking for it.
Yeah.
I probably already grabbed it.
Well,
Yeah.
keeping in mind, until just then, you didn't know if it was his or not. Because, again, a holy symbol of Abdar,
Oh, okay.
there could have been a million different
Yeah.
ones. But that's why you check
Yeah.
to see if he had his. He doesn't have his,
Got it.
so you can assume his was taken off him and then discarded. And like I said, this is not a holy symbol of Urgathoa. This is just a scrap of paper with the symbol on it.
Yeah.
And as Artemis discovered before, it is not magical in any particular way. It's just more like a curse kind of thing. Like a, when you die, I hope you come back as a zombie, you bastard. Yeah.
Just a mean note.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, well, she'll put his holy symbol back on him. And look at Cinderia and say, I think we need to get the mayor and mayor-elect involved before we just bury him, so that we don't look like we're just hiding evidence of this murder.
Well, as you say this, and as Cinderial goes to speak, stepping from behind you is Father Xantus. As he enters the graveyard, he sees the large procession of people who are unscheduled to be doing a burial, suddenly filling to the brim his graveyard. Friends, I am so sorry. I wasn't expecting people to be here today. Is there something... And he sees the bodies. Oh my. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. If you want, I can do funeral rites for your friend. I know that you have only just come to town, but I'm sure that I can make way for 2 funerals too. And as he's saying this, he then notices the second coffin doesn't have a second goblin, as he thinks it does, but has Reagan. He staggers backwards. He says something in Varisian very quickly before he says, Cinderial, what has happened here?
To be honest, I don't know.
Did his reaction feel real or rehearsed tomorrow?
Perception check.
Let's see if this is going to be the 4th 19 in a row.
Probably not.
Hey!
It is.
19
So
19
nice
for
right now.
19 for Maro, 19 for Cinderial, 19 for Maro, 19 for Maro. I mean, fine, be that way.
And a 2.
Father Xantus seems like he is adding a certain layer to his surprise. He's definitely acting more surprised than he seems to be.
Okay.
See, generally speaking, when someone in a situation like this, sees that happen, you're shook. You take a moment, you don't immediately start to try and piece together answers. The moment he stepped in, the first thing he did was to ask Cinderial what was going on. He was trying to take command or take charge. This is generally something that either someone who has a lot of experience around dead bodies has, or someone who is not, suddenly surprised by the presence of a dead body.
When did you see him last, Father Xantus?
Last, my word, I saw him this morning for the morning meals. Oh, my word, I need to tell someone. My friends, look, I know that you are grieving, and I'm sorry that we have found ourselves in this strange situation. Sindariel, will you help me give the last rites?
No. Because obviously I know the goblins went to get the casket and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
To bury with Stu at the same time. Which feels a bit rushed to Sindero. Certainly does to me.
Oh,
Because we've already-
sorry. My apologies. He means with the goblins'
Oh,
funeral.
just for the goblins.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
not
I was
for
like-
Reagan too. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it just made it sound as though it was both of them at the
Yeah.
same time.
No. That's fair. Yeah. No. He means specifically with the them, because what he wants to do, and he will say this, is like I need to make sure that Reagan is seen to properly first.
Yes, and I'm sure the constable and all that will need to be informed.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
So sure.
I will send.
yes.
I'll send one of the assistants to go and fetch him immediately.
Yes, and maybe we take Reagan inside, at least out the rain.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. So he'll ask for some help if Mara will lend an assistance.
Yes, Mara will help because she wants to stay near the body.
Yep. So you'll go in alone with Father Xantus and the body. Sindariel, the goblins follow you to perform the ceremony. It's a very touching ceremony, a very beautiful one. Artemis and Navander, where are the two of you heading?
I did Amanda see Father Xantus come outside into the graveyard area?
Yep.
Okay. Levander's just going to keep an eye on him, making sure that he, as soon as he makes the leave, as soon as he makes the leave, Levander will want to approach him and have a quiet chat with him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's still within the graveyard area, he's just kind of watching what's happening, and he's also slightly surprised that that the goblin that was brought in was in fact Stu. So he's also just stewing on that for a minute.
Yeah. Do you attend the funeral of Stu, or do you stick with Father Xantus?
That's a hard one.
Mm.
I think Navander will come back when there's no one else around to have a couple of private words with Stu. At the moment, he's just watching Xantus,
Okay.
aiming to see if there's anything out of the ordinary for him. Like if he looks a little bit more anxious than usual, a bit more stressed than usual, or something like that. Any actions that seem out of character for him, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Artemis has got a weird kind of expression on his face as he's taking everything in.
Mm-hmm.
But given the fact that he doesn't really know where Novander is, he will follow Sindariel and Maro.
Okay. So the four of you do manage to follow Father Xantus inside. As you do so, the funeral. The three of you follow inside. Sindariel, you stay out and you perform the ceremony. With your earlier role, the ceremony goes perfectly fine. Father Xantus does send a young person to go and get the sheriff, who will be there momentarily. But there's a quiet moment as he's laid down before the altar of Abdar. As Father Xantus says, I cannot believe this has happened. So violently taken and so young. Such a tragedy.
Yes. Do you know if anyone has been hostile toward him lately?
Hostile? Well, since his arrival in town, he has not exactly been the most pleasant person to the townsfolk. He speaks highly of trying to guide them spiritually, but does no efforts to ingratiate himself among the populace. There were many who are very much, well, I don't want to say the word loyalist, but they are very much invested in my continued service as High Priest here at the Sandpoint Cathedral, whereas many thought that he was bullying his way into a position that simply became readily available. It would have been surprised to have seen any of the townsfolk follow in suit. Many may have acted in a false sense of compassion or justice for myself, but there is no one I can think of within this town who would bear such animosity towards someone like Reagan.
No one who would think they were helping to protect the town?
No one who I think could pull themselves to do such an act. At least, he pauses and he stops himself from saying anything.
If you know something, you should tell us, because I suspect blame may be laid upon you.
Well, me? Why me? I was only going to say that the only people in town who potentially would fight so hard for me to continue my service would be you. Well, you and your friends. At this point, the door opens as he says this. And in walks the sheriff.
Dun, dun.
Who does indeed hear those very, very choice words.
God damn it, Father Xantis.
You asked him! He stopped himself! He held it together! The sheriff steps... The sheriff
Look,
steps...
I like stabbing zombies. Anyway.
The sheriff steps forward. As he does so, he casts his gaze over the body. One moment while I change the mood music. All right. He says, "Now that's an interesting statement to walk in on. Father Xantus, it's good to see you, my friend. And you as well, Baylor. I mean nothing by my statement. More, we were positing who might want to bring harm to poor Reagan." "Yes, who indeed? Who discovered the body?"
Cinderial and I.
Mm-hmm.
We followed the sound of a scream.
A scream?
Yes. I don't know who the scream was from, but we found Reagan here. And
He kind of like looks over at the wound and stuff like that. And this was how you found him? Stabbed?
yes, well, goblins helped us put him in a coffin, but we found him stabbed, though we replaced his holy symbol on him. It'd been ripped from him.
You replaced his holy symbol? What did you replace it with?
With his holy symbol. We found it.
Sorry, you have me confused. You said you replaced his holy symbol.
It had been ripped from him, and we put it back on his body. When we found his body, it did not have the holy symbol on it. So sorry for the confusion.
No, that's...
Father Xantis.
No, that's quite all right. It was just a very... it's fine. I understand now. So, apart from putting on the holy symbol onto his person, is there anything else? Did you find anything on his person? Did you see any footprints. Where was the crime scene?
Mara will explain that she followed the tracks around and found that he'd been murdered, apparently stabbed behind the church, where she found the holy symbol. And then she'll show the star knife.
Father Xantus is, of course, shocked to see the star knife. Where did you get this?
Thrown in the bush out by where he was stabbed. It appears to match the wounds on Reagan.
Wait. It was thrown into a bush nearby at the crime scene.
Yes. Where the initial stabbing appears to have happened before Reagan crawled around.
At this point, Father Xantus seems to have a very nervous look over his face as Baylor then turns and says, Father, is that what I think it is? I don't doubt it is. Would you excuse me for a moment? He turns to leave, and as he does, Baylor grabs him by the shoulder. I don't think so at the moment, Father. I will accompany you to make sure you're safe. He doesn't say anything, he just nods. A few moments later, he'll come back. I believe that is one of my star knives. I have 2 of them, and I could only find one in my quarters. That is troubling news. Alabastla Xandus, by order of the gods of the city of Sandpoint, I am hereby placing you under arrest on suspicion of murder. Father Xantus looks to you all almost with an imploring look before he kind of quietly nods. He doesn't resist. Baylor turns him around and sort of handcuffs him. I'll need to be taking those. He points at the star knife.
She hands it.
He says, I'm sorry, Father. Xantus says, that is all right, my child. I understand. You need to do what you need to do. And he is escorted from the premises. Before he goes, he says to Sindariel, I trust you can take matters here into your control until we sort things out.
Sandera's just got a very wide-eyed expression as internally she's panicking because it's like, how the hell am I the one that's going to be responsible here for a short period of time till he comes back? So basically, it's a silent nod with a very wide.
Ah! Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fair.
And Mara would just kind of pat Cinderella on the arm, and be like, "I'll help you whenever you need support." She's like, "Don't panic, we'll be fine. We got this."
I was just like, good luck.
Before
All right.
Elo leaves,
Yep.
Sandra would like to ask if Xantus could be covered, like his shoulders could be covered with cloak, so it doesn't look like he's being handcuffed, because we don't want to raise undue suspicion in the rest of the town, maybe. Because at the moment, it's not a good look.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. It's probably going to be like a 2. Knowing my luck today.
You're going to break the chain.
Come on.
Oh, sorry. Yep. No, it's a 19. It's just not the wrong team.
So when Navander starts his diplomacy check, and I notice it start going badly, you see the violet locks of my hair start to glow. and various runes appear across my robes, and you see threads move around me and converge. I guide the timeline and give Evander an attempt to roll that test again.
Ooh.
Okay, roll again.
He's a chronomancer. No. Damn, nice.
All right.
Much better.
Father Xantus will have his hands covered. Baylor takes off his own cloak and places it over his shoulders. They walk together as if they're chatting. They don't walk as if he's holding him in. He is holding him in though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Father Xantus is dragged off.
Morrow turns to the rest and shows the parchment with the death head fly on it.
Morrow suddenly reveals a holy symbol to a necromancer and says, "Fuck you all! I got the bit. It was me the whole time."
And you have no proof. No.
It eats
Wind
the
up
symbol.
This
swing
was
and...
on the
No,
body.
just-
She's like, this was on the body.
What does an excellent
So
fly have to do with anything?
You know what that symbol
Well,
is.
yeah,
It's one of the.
the
It's one of the.
symbol
Yeah, it's one of the 20 main major gods. Everyone is aware of the symbology, even if you don't know the specifics of like the heavy details. Yeah, you would know Urgathoa, goddess of undeath, gluttony, and disease.
That's fine. If that's the case, I'll rephrase the question. What does this have to do with? I can't even remember his name.
Reagan.
Very
Right.
good.
It was. I found it.
Whatever, good old dead guy. What's his name?
The dead
What's his
guy.
face?
I'm glad he
Buddy,
made.
what's his
I'm glad he
face?
made an impression on you guys.
I remember Reagan.
On some of us.
Anyway, I found it on his body when we were examining it.
So are we calling him a necromancer?
Who? Reagan? No. If we take Father Xantus at his word that he would not do this, and someone wished to see him brought down so that the spiritual leadership here is left adrift, it would seem that a follower of Urgathoa, might have a hand in this.
Well, in my experience, Father Xantus seems to be a bit more intelligent than leaving the murder weapon at the crime scene, especially one that's part of his own collection.
Yes.
It
I believe
does
he's being
seem
framed.
a case of framed.
Yes. We could
to
look
be-
through Father.
To be slightly clear as well, not only were they discarded, they were hidden. The blade and the symbol.
Oh, they
They
were
were
hidden.
hidden in the bushes.
They were hidden.
Yeah, they were.
Mara
Pushed in the bushes,
hasn't
yeah.
shared that information yet.
Yeah, but no, if Xanthus's star knife, taken from his own personal collection, found at the murder scene, haphazardly covered in blood. Seems
No,
a bit
hidden.
Oh, it was hidden.
Hidden in the bushes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then maybe he did do it.
It's hard to say. If he thought he would be caught, he could have hidden it to retrieve later. But either way, we could try looking in his quarters to see if there's any. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. This sounds like something that Sundaro must give permission for. We
I
have
did
no-
notice he did not seem surprised, or at least didn't react in the way I would expect the average person to react when he saw Reagan. Seemed a little exaggerated. But I don't know if that is just his history and not wanting people to panic or something else. I don't know him well enough. But I assume, Cinderio, you would like to investigate this and see if we can uncover the truth. If it's not Father Xantus, he shouldn't be locked up. If it is, then...
Anything to get him back here such that everyone can't ask me all these questions. But something tells me that if we do start investigating, we need to not touch anything, because something tells me that if Baylor thinks that we interfered and potentially made it look as though one of his knives got stolen, things will actually just get even worse.
Well, if you like, I have a old friend here in Sandpoint who might be up for a bit of investigation stuff. An old comrade of mine, Oliver, was once a member, is a member of the Sable Company Marines, has a bit of authority. He might also be a good choice to lead the investigation if you wanted to run one. If you didn't want us to be the main people for it.
An independent and impartial party, you mean?
I guess you can call Oliver that, yeah.
Well, probably the closest we've got in time, to be fair, to one. Well, at least if it's...
Either there's a murderer on the loose, or...
I suspect if Baylor and the rest of the town found out that I was potentially investigating to try and prove Santa's innocence, even if I found something, they may just say I manufactured the evidence, given our close history. Anything that I, and even Peyton, finds would probably just be immediately suspect and thrown out, and actually just cause more harm than good. So, a new friend to town that doesn't have that history might be the better option. Assuming, of course, you can trust his integrity.
Well, I can trust in his integrity. Yeah, I can mostly trust in his integrity.
Not instilling. That's with a whole lot of confidence here. But I don't know that we have much choice. We need to find somebody who has no feelings one way or the other toward Father Xantus.
As you say that, a young lad walks into the temple. Hello?
Hello.
I'm a young person with no feelings one way or another toward Father Xantus. But also, I'm not here for anything you're talking about. Navander, I have a letter for you.
Oh, a letter for me?
Yes.
About time. I hope Navander's going to briskly walk up to him.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry. I've been waiting for this letter for a while. Hopefully.
He hands you a letter. It is marked with a black arrow envelope.
Navander's shoulders slump, and you've noticed for the first time he's actually been really tense, like super tense for the past week. He's going to pay the kid 2 silver.
Fuck yeah.
And he's gonna call out to the party. I'm sure you can decide who to take care, who can take care of the investigation. I'm sure you have it well in hand. I believe you got this, Sandaro. And then he's going to leave and open the letter.
Okay. Leaving the others to look over their letter. Your letter reads as follows. Dearest Navander, I hope this missive finds you well. I know that on our last parting, things were a little, tense. I know that I've been through a lot, and you've been such a big part of what has given me hope that I'd be able to regain that which I've lost. Seeing my father again stirred many memories, my time in Sandpoint, my work among the hinterlands, and also you. Father does not like you, and weirdly enough, it's almost as if by hearing his voice reprimanding your existence in my life, it brought to light just how important you were to me. That I could stand against my father's wishes in such a way just to be with you. I was looking through one of the old attics, a place that I'd often hide away as a child when my father tried to train me. I found a number of letters that he wrote to my mother. Love letters, could you believe? My father, of all people, writing love letters. I read a few of them. They're very corny and very sweet. When I come back to Sandpoint, maybe we could read through some of them together.
Stop.
Okay, fine. Fuck you. I will stop.
Shut up, Mar.
It's a telegram, you know. It's like yeah. Dear Navander, stop. No. Okay. Fuck! I lost all my mojo just then.
What interdiction scene?
It's fine.
Ruined.
little achievement bar. No, it's fine. It's fine. I got this. Just give me a second. When I return to Sandpoint, perhaps we can read through them. I know what happened to me was terrible, and I have never properly thanked you for saving me. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Yours truly, Shalelu Andersani.
Navander's going to read through it about 7 or 8 times. He's going to very gently fold it up, put it in his breast pocket close to his heart, and he's going to look up, and a single tear and a smile is going to cross his face.
Peyton, you watched that happen. And you recall your conversation you had with Berthasmus. Would you like to? Do you need a refresher, or would you?
I don't need a refresher,
Okay,
but
good.
yeah.
So this letter has
Won't
clearly
say anything.
Yes. So when you see the letter, you don't know what's in the letter because obviously Navander doesn't read it out loud, but you do see it as marked by the black arrow, which means it is either Peyton's father-in-law or sorry, not Peyton, Navander's father-in-law or Shalelu.
Mm-hmm. I just looked to Sandariel and Maru. And I just kind of like, hey, it's cool that she's coming back. I'll hand it back to Navander.
The fuck you're handing back?
What are you handing back?
What? Oh, I thought.
the letter from
Sorry, I thought he handed it to us.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You
It's
just
fine.
see the wax seal on the outside of the letter.
Yeah. You've just
Okay.
you've just noticed it. That's all.
Got it.
Yeah. It was a decision as to what you want to do. If you
Got
wanted
it.
to do anything at that point, I was giving you an opening to engage
Okay,
the
no.
story if you wanted to use it.
I acknowledge it. I don't say anything though.
Very well. All right. And that is my play for best day ever.
Yeah.
Was that a best day ever moment, Navander?
Navander feels a lot better. Like the party does see like the stress that like his shoulders that have been bunched up for like the past 2 weeks have slowly relaxed. His facial expression has gone less stony and more has become a little bit more softened. He seems to have a bit more. He looks more relaxed, visibly more relaxed, less angry.
more peaceful.
Mhm.
All right. So thank you to Malakara for that. That inspired a little bit. Okay. I guess it's up to you guys as to what you do. You have the corpse of Reagan here. It'll be a little while before the sheriff comes back, and it'll be a little while before the mayor and other people will eventually come to show up and, talk and stuff. But what do you guys want to do, I guess? Because you can't obviously leave the corpse here in the main area.
Is there a
Imagine in the
room where
chapel
usually
there's an
bodies are, handled? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. You guys can move him into the back area where the interment is. If you want to, you can also ask some of the assistant priests to start, preparing the body properly.
Yeah,
Cleansing
and
which they're more than happy to do. There is a assistant Phrasman cleric who can take the lead and sort of manage all of that. The first person to arrive is Mayor Kendra. She says...
Getting all the bigwigs today.
She says... Sidario!
Yeah. Yes, sir, yes.
What's this I hear about Father Xantus being arrested?
Well, accused.
Accused? He wasn't accused of being arrested. He's in the holding cells right now. What's happened?
Someone has, appears to have killed Reagan.
Her eyes look shocked. She killed Reagan? As in dead?
As in some of the priests are currently
No.
cleansing him for the future.
This is a nightmare. This can't possibly... Look, more than anything, we need to make sure this doesn't get out. If word gets out that Father Xantus was in any way, shape, or form involved with the death of Reagan, this will spell disaster at this point. From behind, Khan Scarnetti enters the church. Well, I heard that insufferable priest had finally been arrested. But for murder, no less. My, Madam Mayor, isn't this quite the tale we weave? The people in charge of this town deciding to guide us spiritually and morally, not only a necromancer, but a murderer as well. Are you still going to stand by your old friendship with your friend, who you've known for how long again? Quite some time. Long enough that one might call you a accomplice, perhaps? Mr. Scarnetti, if you do not wish to make matters further, then you will keep what you have heard here to yourself, or else. Oh, or else. Threatening now, or else what? I'll end up like the other person who maybe spoke out against Xantus. I'm sure the people of the town would love to hear more.
I think the mayor is just trying to prevent a panic until all the evidence can be collected.
Ooh. You mean all the evidence? So there is evidence.
There's an investigation. There will be evidence to collect. That's up for the sheriff to discuss with you.
Oh, I'm sure the sheriff will have plenty. After all, Father Xantus did have a crack team of very well-armed individuals working for him. I'm sure if he wanted to get rid of someone in town, there'll be plenty of evidence for the guilty. He takes off a handkerchief and he covers his mouth. He goes, "The reek of the dead does not fit well with my constitution. I'll bid you farewell for now, Mayor, but this is not the last you have seen of me. Not by a long shot."
Wow, he's worse in person.
Scott out of your way as he disappears.
Part of me wants to follow him just so he can't
Irritating,
mess
man.
with things. But yeah.
Yeah, Kendra's like, what an asshole. Fuck that guy.
It's
Sorry, I
such
mean,
a-
he's a contingent of my town, and I'm sure he's fine.
You don't have to
No.
like all members of your town. It's okay.
In fact, it's possible to banish some of them too.
Did no one else get that he was threatening us? No, just me.
He's always threatening us.
I was going to say he threatens everyone. It seems.
But he insinuated that we were also part of it. That just further acknowledges that maybe we should not be part of the investigation. And to be honest, we have a lot of things happening.
We still need to find someone to help the constable. The constable doesn't have any particular motive to look beyond the
And-
evidence he has.
At this point, walking in,
God, don't tell me. Okay, no, it wasn't who I thought it was.
it's
I thought it was the cousin.
no.
I was like, no.
It is the traveling, wandering person who is also running for mayor. Kendra kind of looks at him with a, like that kind of political smile. You know what I mean? Like the, Mr. Nathaniels, it's good to see you. Ah, yes, and you as well, Mayor. You're at the church quite bright and early, I must say. I didn't take you for the spiritual sort. And you as well, Mr. Nathaniel. I would imagine that you were quite the busy man about town. I've heard that you've managed to get around quite a lot, and, stops by the church seemed, a little low on your priority list. Nonsense, not at all. After all, a good leader should definitely always keep themselves tethered to all aspects of their city, including, of course, the religious ones as well. Good to see you all here. Navander?
Nathaniel, it's good to see you.
He looks around and he just like, "Is something the matter? You all look like you done seen a ghost." No.
Choppers.
Sorry, what was that?
Nathaniel quickly looks around. And looks
Son of
at
a
Chopper.
bitch! Ah! Get some salt.
There's two over there.
Yeah. Okay.
Not in this place, there isn't.
The mayor turns around and says, "No, nothing at all. I was just leaving." She looks at the others with this eye of like, "Fucking give it to yourself," and she says, "Much to do. After all, the life of a town mayor is never dull." He goes, "Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of situations that'll cause a mayor like yourself to enjoy the quiet days. You have yourself a good one, Mayor." Kendra sort of like smiles and nods, and they say farewell. And then she leaves.
I don't think they like each other. I whisper tomorrow.
They're in competition for the same job.
Y'all know him right here, right?
Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Artemis.
Artemis! Can't say I've ever met an Artemis before in my time. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Nathaniel Cookshank. Feel free to call me Cookie. As he grabs hold of your hand and firmly shakes you.
You're the third cookie I know. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine, friend. Well, I'm gonna get to I'm gonna get to my prayers. Y'all okay?
It's
I'm just
There's so
Been
much
busy.
happening.
There's a lot going on in the town, as you know.
Yes, indeed, which is all the more reason why I need to pray for my guidance and make sure that, of course, I get all the support from my God. He then goes
Who's
over
your God
to.
again?
He says, "Well, I'm a very, very firm believer in the ways of Abdar, my friend. After all, Abdar is the god of civilization. Ain't nothing more civil than old Nathaniel Cookshank." As he walks
So
over
you're
to.
slightly different from the other cookies I know.
Well, maybe. But don't let that hold you back, son. I'm as friendly as they come. He says, "All right, I'm gonna go over there and stop praying. You all do your thing." And he'll go over to the statue of Abdar and start praying.
Mara did not like being in the middle of all the politics. Just like, ugh.
Politics shapes the world. It's actually comical to read it later on. Were we gonna go, maybe find a friend of yours, Devander?
Oh no, that's completely up to Sindariel. Sindariel is the one who has to be the one to open the investigation. She's the one that's going to have to offer the financial support. She's now the authority of the Sandpoint. So unfortunately, she's the one that has to make the decisions. All I could do is suggest an individual that might be a good individual as a third party neutral investigator for this for this situation.
Well, that does seem like a very good idea.
I agree. And it will also free us up to investigate who did this poisoning and this ghost, which cannot be left roaming around to harm everybody. So, shall we? What do you think, Cinderio? Should we attempt to hire this investigator? Does the church have funds for hiring an investigator?
That's an interesting question. Would Sandero be high enough in the hierarchy to know this?
I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
How close off of RC is this church? Kind of wondering how deep the coffers run.
Yes.
The church has reasonably deep pockets. I don't know if Cinderio's got access to that, but I'm sure. Certain.
we could help her get access.
I'm pretty sure that with a little bit of finagling, you might be able to get access to things like the scrolls and potions, and maybe make your way with them. But that would literally be theft if you did. You know what I mean? Like you can do it, but you would be stealing from the church.
Yeah, and Sandero would not go for that.
Well, perhaps we can at least ask that, and payment upon completion. It wouldn't hurt to ask. Navander would vouch for you. Right, Navander? It is your
As long as you are
contact.
happy to pay for whatever comes up, Sindariel. In
Yes, if it does.
whichever avenue it leads, you have to make peace with it, and then pay the man.
Yes. Truth has to be the motto, because otherwise we're just going down into a deeper pit of hell.
We'll get to the truth, whichever way it takes us, and deal with the repercussions then. Either we find the true murderer, or we know for certain that Father Xantis. Yeah.
All right.
What's your decision, Sindariel?
Let's see if he wants to accept the job.
Where can we find him?
He's not too far. I believe he was. Staying at the Rusty Dragon Inn, if memory serves me, or was it the White Stag?
He was staying at the Rusty Dragon.
Good choice. Good choice. All right. I'll go have a chat with him.
Oh, I'm tagging along.
Okay. So we're gonna fast forward that little bit. You are gonna go and you're speaking with Ollivander, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking with Ollivander, let's see, where is he? There he is. Yeah. All right. Speaking with Ollivander, he is more than happy to help you with this investigation. But he does have a counter offer. He does not want money. He does not want anything for his services. He wants you, Navander, to come
we're back on this thing again.
and rejoin the Sable Companies as his right-hand man.
We're back on this thing.
He says, "Hey, you asked my price."
No, I said I was going to pay you
Yeah.
with money.
I mean,
Indentured servitude is a form of currency.
yeah, it's kind of money.
I will consider it. I will consider it if my jurisdiction is a Sandpoint hinterlands.
Deal. Which also actually is good because it means that if you issue commands from Sandpoint as your main base of operations, then you still cover a good chunk of the Virgin coastline. So that works for me. But if you are summoned, you are expected to respond and be in attendance.
That is the thing. Yeah.
Good. All right.
As a representative of Navander, what would his pay be for this position?
Sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm Artemis. Pleasure to meet you.
Artemis.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you. He sort of squeezes your hand quite firmly as he shakes his hand. And you say you're Navander's representative? What does that mean?
Well, friend, I came along with him to make sure that everything went well, but I noticed that you were talking about a job, and everyone knows jobs have to be paid, so I was kind of interested in
I see.
pay.
Well, I'm sure Navander can tell you what he gets, what a commanding officer's CO gets, what a CO's assistant gets paid.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that there was, because that wasn't brought up.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty much it's a very standard fare. It's
pretty much already part of the thing.
Yeah. It's a standard thing. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Really well.
I suppose I should get going with my investigation.
Also, Oliver, there's a person that you should also have a chat with if you're interested.
Mhm.
A Nathaniel. He's been making his way around town. And he wanted to have a chat with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll make time and I'll see if I can find him.
We'll go out for drinks.
And Mara will obviously relay what she learned just to save him a little bit of time, and because he doesn't have access to the weapon because it was taken away. So she'll give her a statement.
Okay, so tell me specifically what information you share.
She will share where she tracked the body back to.
Yep.
The crime scene.
Yep.
She will tell that's where the star knife and the holy symbol were found, removed from him and tucked in a bush.
Yep.
And she will reveal about the footprints that she found.
Yep.
And also show him the paper that was on the body.
Okay. All right. He'll take that information under account. And he'll go and begin his investigation. Okay. as this happens, our heroes are now amidst this thing. This investigation will happen regardless of your actions. I now ask my players, what matter would you like to attend to next? There is the poisoning, the pit,
Yep.
the ghost. Those are the three most pressing things now that we've put Father Xantus on this thing.
Mara always votes for the ghost. So you know where she stands. She's like ghost number 1, poison number 2, but
trouble is
she'll
we
work
need-
with whatever gets outnumbered.
Yeah. Hayton would say number 2 because of the poisoning, since it harmed Misha, but also because Misha is like a herbalist. She might be able to help herself in that case and help the town better than we could. So I would say ghost for now because the ghost could still kill her.
Okay.
From a scale of things, ghost might haunt a few people. Poisoning a town could kill everybody. So,
Oh, you've dealt with the poison.
well, finding out who
Yeah,
did it.
we were going to try
Oh,
to
yeah.
track down who did it. Yeah. That's what we're.
Yeah, I mean, if they're running around and they had the capacity the capacity to poison a town, they might be able to do it again.
Are there multiple wells in Sandpoint, or just the one that we saw?
I think there's 2 wells. One's not too far away, and it's connected to the glasswork. The second is the one that you found underneath the cathedral. So there
We
might
could
be
always try-
there might be more,
yeah.
but you've found 2. Oh, and there's one in the pit as well, but that's outside of town.
We could always go to the one by the well by the glassworks and just see if that one's been poisoned. If not, then maybe we could keep an eye on that one.
Evander is going to vote for the poison here. We are kind of stuck on finding the last piece to help banish, and hopefully through the course of finding the poisoner, we can get new information regarding the chopper. But the poisoner would be, in Evander's mind, the more higher priority, because now that there's a cure out there, he can change it up, make it worse, and then poison something else, like the grain stores or something. You know.
Would be really mean and poison all the beer at the brewery.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point.
So I got 2 for the ghost,
ready
1
to-
for the poison.
I was with we say everything that the vendor was.
Yep. So
Poison,
okay, 2.
poison.
So Artemis, you're the deciding vote.
Otherwise, for poison.
Poison. Okay, so you're gonna head to the poisoner's apothecary. As you approach and arrive, you can see there is a line of people getting the cure. They are being handed out quite, readily by both Misha and and Alva, as they are handing stuff out. As this occurs, there is something that catches your eye. You notice in the back alley behind the apothecary, you notice there is a couple of very, very strange looking bags, large duffel bags almost. And inside of them is a large quantity of blue spider lilies. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Ooh.
All right,
Blue or red, because blue's the cure.
blue.
Yep.
Did I say blue? Yeah, blue.
You did say blue.
Yeah, blue.
Mhm.
All All right. More food for thought for next time, but we will come back next week with more stuff. We do have to love and leave, so thank you to all my players. Thank you to all the people who donated and who hung out this today. Greatly appreciate your faces. Hope that you have a great time. Guys, my name is Mark. I'm the Dead as a Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. We will be back on Sunday morning for Pray for Death, so be sure to tune in for that. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not? It's free. And as always, game hard or die trying.